Our guest today is Elias Abner, a well-known YouTuber with extensive spiritual knowledge and excellent communication skills. His sincerity allows him to connect with people all around the world. He is one of the most recognized representatives of the RA material, also known as the Law of One. Please, Elias, briefly introduce yourself to our viewers. Who are you?
The essence of what I do is to help people remember who they really are. Not the thoughts, roles, or beliefs they identify with. The Law of One teaches that everything originates from a single source, and that all experiences, no matter how difficult, serve our growth. I don't represent a religion, but rather a perspective that can offer freedom, peace, and deep connection to life.
Where do the RA materials come from? When were they born, and how relevant are they today?
The RA materials were born in the early 1980s in the United States. Three people, Carla Rueckert, Don Elkins, and Jim McCarty, received the messages through deep trance channeling. The information came from an entity named RA, who functions as a collective consciousness and exists at the 6th density level. The channeling was special because it happened in a very pure trance state, with minimal distortion in the transmission. As a result, the text is dense, complex, and very precise. It's not easy to read, but it's incredibly rich. As for its relevance, it's perhaps even more important today than back then. The Law of One is not tied to specific historical events. It describes the nature of the universe, the workings of human consciousness, and the evolution of the soul. These are timeless truths. Today, many people feel that a shift is taking place. As if we're waking up collectively. The RA material described this transitional period decades ago. So yes, it's very timely, and it provides guidance to many in this confusing world.
This collective consciousness, RA, is it still accessible today? If so, under what conditions can this interdimensional knowledge be accessed?
RA is still accessible today, but not like making a phone call. It's not a technical issue, it's a vibrational one. The connection can happen if a person's vibration, intention, and purity are aligned. RA emphasized that the intention must be completely pure. There can't be ego, manipulation, or a desire to feel special. The less distortion occurs during the message, the clearer the transmission. That's why Carla's connection with RA was special. She was able to step aside completely and allow the message through. But it's not only for the chosen ones. Every human being has the capacity to connect with the source and with their own higher self. The real question is how clearly and accurately someone can perceive this. The deepest messages often don't come in words, but in feelings, realizations, or intuitive understanding.
When we connect, are we reaching our own higher self or a more collective field of consciousness? Does our vibrational level determine the kind of access we have to this knowledge? And does belief play a role in whether we can cross the limits of reality?
The connection primarily happens with the higher self. This is a more evolved version of ourselves, who has already walked the paths we are now walking. It doesn't control us, but it responds when we call. At the same time, consciousness is unified, so through the higher self we can access collective fields of consciousness too, like RA. These are not external teachers, but higher layers of awareness that we can connect with if we resonate with them. The quality of access depends on our vibration. It's not a reward, it's resonance. Like attracts like. Belief plays a crucial role. If someone doesn't believe it's possible, they block the opportunity from themselves. But if they're open and can at least say, maybe there's more than what I see now, then they've already opened the door. The universe always responds, but only when we call. It's an inner process, and it always happens within us, not outside.